Today we get to work on the front rack position for our carry. We're gonna have two kettlebells of the same weight. Hold them in your hands so that when you turn them over, your hands are allowed to be as close to your sternum as possible, and the kettlebell handles are not in the way. With the front rack, you wanna think about holding those kettlebells as tight to the body as possible as you're actively retracting and depressing the scapula. So you never wanna let your elbows come upright, but rather keep it tight as you pull those shoulder blades back and down. Bring your kettlebells to a Stairmaster. I like to hold them both in one hand as I turn the machine on and then bump it up to my working speed of the day. Then safely maneuver them into your front rack position, holding them tight to your sternum as you aim to draw your elbows down and back. Our goal is to maintain perfect posture on the carry as we climb up the Stairmaster for a 3-minute interval. 3 minutes is a significant amount of time to maintain this front rack position. As the kettlebells are in the front of our body, our upper back and intrascapular muscles have to work overtime in order to stabilize and oppose this uneven force that's being placed through the torso. So it is a really great exercise to develop scapular stability and endurance through scapular stability. Of course, when we get it on a Stairmaster, we're adding a cardio component as we're building capacity through our aerobic system. We're strengthening our legs, we're strengthening our posture, we're strengthening our core, and we're getting fitter through this carrying pattern. As far as the speed goes, if you have the name brand Stairmaster or Matrix in your gym, I think you should set it to about speed 10. So that's going to be a consistent walking pace for most of us. You'll notice that I'm taking about 2 steps every second, which is allowing me to maintain good posture and form, but also move fast enough to challenge my aerobic system. So it is a good balance. Now, the more important variable that we're trying to manipulate is the weight that we are carrying. If this is your first time attempting this, I want you to find the lightest pair of kettlebells in your gym. Let's start there. Master the 3 minutes with perfect form and relative ease. After accomplishing that, we will progress in the smallest incremental progression available to us. Now, when we're doing weight jumps with kettlebells, they can be pretty big increments. Usually kettlebells will go up in about 5 pounds. So if I'm doing a weight jump, that's going to be an additional 10 pounds on my body. So that's why it pays to start really light, build a good foundation, and over time, you will naturally build strength and conditioning through this carrying pattern. If you are unable to achieve 3 minutes, just write down the amount of time that you maintain the front rack carry. Next time you come back to this, work with those same weights and aim to distance that interval until 3 minutes feels comfortable. Remember to track your results, the weight carried, the speed maintained on the stair mill, and whether or not you were able to complete the work unbroken.